Scott, a luxurious haven for your hair, nails, and overall well-being. Imagine yourself settling into a plush armchair, the aroma of essential oils and freshly brewed coffee filling the air. Expert stylists meticulously craft your perfect look, whether you're seeking a bold modern style or a classic timeless cut. Beyond the perfect haircut, indulge in a revitalizing manicure or pedicure. Our skilled technicians use only the finest ethically sourced products, ensuring a truly pampering experience for your skin and the planet. Enjoy a refreshing drink, a mojito, chamomile tea, or something bubbly while you unwind in our relaxing atmosphere. Looking to socialize? Challenge friends to a game of table tennis or snooker in our convivial relaxation area. Reconnect with yourself and leave feeling confident, truly pampered and beautifully you. DY Scott is more than just a salon. It's an experience that nourishes your mind, body and soul. Find us at Roadblock Jalingo, Konaru, or call 081 4563 6195 to book your appointment today. DY Scott, where style meets serenity.
Welcome to the broadcast of News Hour on SOM TV, the pulse of the nation. You can follow us on Facebook at SOM TV and on YouTube at SOM TV Live. Now the major headlines. Thief community sues Nasarawa government over alleged unlawful seizure of 10,000 acres of ancestral farmland. Tragedy in Nasarawa as 5 children dies from suspected suffocation in abandoned vehicle. Akriso launches induction training for local project committees in Taraba to boost environmental resilience. I am Esther Oka Stephen, and now the news in full. In Nasarawa State, 17 Thief community representatives from Awe and Obi local government areas have filed a lawsuit at the State High Court in Lafia against the state government and several agencies over the alleged unlawful acquisition of 10,000 acres of ancestral farmland. The plaintiff, represented by Jerry Aundo, claims the December 2023 executive order authorized the land takeover is a deliberate attempt to displace their communities and diminish their political presence. They are seeking a court declaration nullifying the acquisition and injunction to halt further action and compensation. No date has been fixed for the hearing. Meanwhile, in neighboring Benue State, suspected armed raiders ambushed a commercial vehicle late Sunday night along the Adoka-Otukpo Road, killing 2 passengers and abducting 4 others. The incident occurred around 11 p.m. as the vehicle was traveling from Abuja to Otukpo. Otukpo Council Chairman Maxwell Ogiri confirmed that 6 passengers were on board at the time, as some had disembarked earlier in Adoka. Police say they are yet to receive a formal report, while efforts are ongoing to rescue the abducted victims. Police in Nasarawa State have confirmed the death of 5 children found in an abandoned vehicle in Agayaragu Obi local government areas. The victims, 3 girls and 2 boys aged between 6 to 10, were discovered unresponsive in a disclosed vehicle on Sunday evening and were later confirmed dead from suspected suffocation at a local hospital. Authorities have launched a full investigation, while the Commissioner of Police extended condolences and urged parents and vehicle owners to ensure children do not access unattended vehicles. The bodies showing signs of heat burns were released to their families for burial. In a renewed push to bolster environmental resilience and sustainable development in Taraba State, the Agroclimate Resilience in Semi-Arid Landscape project has launched a grassroots-focused induction training for local government project management committee in Jalingo, signaling a strong commitment to capacity building and long-term community impact. Some TV correspondent Lilian Yakubu completes the story. Ongoing in Taraba State, Governor Dr. Abu Kefas, represented by the Secretary to the State Government Chief Barrister Gabon Timothy Katabs, received the Director General of the Raw Materials Research and Development Councils, Professor Unayelogo Martins Ike Monso, on a courtesy visit to Taraba State. Professor Monso commended the governor's achievements in security, healthcare, agriculture, education, and mining reforms. He emphasized Taraba's rich resource potentials and proposed a partnership to establish a raw materials resource and information center in Jalingo and secure the state's participation in the upcoming African Raw Materials Summit. The DG reaffirmed RMRDC's commitment to supporting and the state through research, training, and industrial development initiatives. Former President Goodluck Jonathan and ex-Senate President Bukola Saraki have both paid tribute to the late President Umar Musa Yar'Adua's marking 15 years since his death. Jonathan hailed Yar'Adua's short but impactful tenure, emphasizing his leadership marked by service, selflessness, and a commitment to peace, justice, and accountability. He described Yar'Adua as a servant leader who remained a reference for good leadership. Saraki, in his own tribute, described Yar'Adua as a man who led with conviction and humility, stressing that his legacy was one of duty, justice, and ethical governance. Yar'Adua served as president from 2007 until his death in 2010, and his passing led to Jonathan's assumption the presidency. The anniversary comes shortly after the passing of Yar'Adua's mother, Ajia Ayadada Yar'Adua, in September 2024. The EFCC has confirmed the arrest of Nigerian activist Martin Vincent Oche, also known as Very Dark Man, VDM, following multiple petitions against him. EFCC spokesperson Dele Oyewale stated the arrest was based on complaints from various individuals. VDM was apprehended in Abuja and will be released upon meeting bail condition. His lawyer Deji Adeyanju criticized the arrest, claiming VDM was detained after visiting a bank with his mother and was denied access by security. VDM, known for his anti-corruption activism, has faced several legal issues in the past. Supporters, including political figures and musicians, have called for his release, condemning the arrest handling. A members of Board of Trustees, Engineer Nuruddin Adeyemi, has praised the inclusion of mandatory drug testing in the recent Kwara State teachers' recruitment exercise, describing it as a step towards promoting teachers' integrity and student safety. Speaking through his media team, Adeyemi commended the transparency and merit-based approach of the process, which saw the recruitment of 1,800 teachers, 200 security personnel, and 100 non-teaching staffs. He lauded Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak's leadership and emphasized the importance of maintaining high standards in public sector hearing to support quality education and community well-being. The Kwara State government has expanded its digital literacy program to reach 7,500 students across 50 public secondary schools, following a successful pilot involving 684 students in 2024. The initiative aimed at positioning Kwara as a regional technology hub, aligned with Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak's digital inclusion and youth empowerment agenda. According to his Special Assistant on Digital Innovation, Honorable Kayode Ishola, the program prepares students to derive future innovations. As of April 25, 2025, 5,503 students, 46.6% male and 53.4% female, have been enrolled, with participation spanning Kwara North, South, and Central. Anambra State Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo has pledged to sustain the progressive ideal of the All Progressive Grand Alliance (APGA), affirming its administration's commitment to good governance. Speaking at the Thanksgiving service in Onitsha, honoring Chief Saleh Ezekwonwa's Supreme Court victory as APGA's authentic national chairman, Soludo praised the judiciary's decisions and credited APGA's past leaders for Anambra's development. Ezekwonwa assured party supporters of effective leadership and vowed to secure Soludo's re-election. Secretarial aspirant Chief Ebuka Ononkwo also commended the court ruling as a win for democracy and the rule of law. The federal government has trained 250 technical teachers from Nigerian Northeast in digital literacy and trade-specific skills under the World Bank-supported IDEAS project, aimed at enhancing technical education and bridging the region's skills gap. Speaking at the training conclusion in Gombe, Education Minister Dr. Tunji Al-Hausa, represented by Dr. Muibat Olodo, emphasized the importance of a skilled workforce in national development. Participants were trained in 10 trade areas, with officials urging them to apply and share their knowledge. The initiative also improves school infrastructure and security, with Gombe Education Commissioner pledging continued support. Aliko Dangote, President, the Dangote Industries Limited, has accused entrenched interest in Nigeria's oil sector of attempting to sabotage its $20 billion refinery project in Lagos. Speaking at an investors forum in Lagos, he claimed that groups benefiting from subsidized fuel imports are resisting the refinery's operation and the government's subsidy removal. Dangote expressed confidence in overcoming the opposition, reiterating past claims of sabotage by local and international actors. He described the oil sector's mafia as more powerful than drug cartel, but vowed to prevail in the long-standing battles. At least 11 vigilante members were killed in an early morning ambush by armed bandits on Sunday in Maso village, Alkare local government areas of Bauchi State, near an oil field. According to police spokesperson Ahmed Wakili, the vigilante part of the patrol team, compromising hunters from Dunguri and Gwana district were attacked around 5:40 a.m. during a routine operation. The confrontation resulted in casualties on both sides, while the attackers also rescued livestock from the areas. Authorities say the region rocked train, which bordered Gombe, Taraba and Plateau State, has become criminals group. Police have deployed tactical units, launched investigations, and urged residents to remain vigilant. We go on a commercial break. We'll be right back. Please don't change the channel.
The Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN) Women Wing will weaken Taraba State cordially invites the public to their 31st annual convention, which is scheduled to take place on 15th through 18th May 2025. Venue CRC and LCCEB. Theme: the role of Christian women in time like this. Special guest of honor, Her Excellency Mrs. Agin Agbukefus, First Lady of Taraba State. Guest speakers, Very Reverend Engineer Okechukwu Kalu JP and Reverend Sagarga Novalga Gargia. Chief host, Mrs. Alice Nuhu, will weekend chairperson. Host, Mrs. Philomena Ibrahim and Reverend Dr. Dan Adis. Announcer, Planning Committee.
The Nigerian Correctional Service has dismissed claim of inadequate feeding for inmates in its custody centers as false and misleading. In a statement issued on Sunday, Deputy Controller of Correction and Public Relations Officer Umar Abubakar described the allegations as recycled and aimed at creating unnecessary controversies. He emphasized that the civils operate under strict guidelines, ensuring inmates receive meals that meet nutritional standards and are regularly reviewed. Abubakar also highlighted a recent increase in the daily feeding allowance for inmates to 1,125 naira per person, approved by the federal government to address rising inflation and assure adequate nutrition. The NCOS reassured the public of its commitment to upholding the welfare and dignity of inmates, with oversight by independent bodies ensuring compliance with welfare standards. Legal practitioners from the Zamfara State Lawyers Forum have supported the House of Representatives decision to summon Governor Dauda Lawal and state assembly leaders due to a crisis within the legislature and raising insecurity in the state. The forum emphasized that the summon is a legitimate exercise of legislative oversight, citing constitution provision. The House issued the summon following a petition about worsening insecurity and legislative dysfunctions. Zamfara has been plagued by banditry, and the crisis within the legislature has worsened governance. The forum called for accountability from state officials to maintain constitutional order. Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma has urged faith-based organizations to respect the rule of law and complement of government efforts, emphasizing the interwoven roles of the church and the state. Speaking at the 2025 Father's Day service in Owerri, Catholic Bishop of Olu, Reverend Dr. Thomas Obitogu, criticized some government appointees for neglecting their duties and misappropriating public resources, warning that such actions harm the state, not just the governor. Uzodinma reiterated its commitment to improving Imo and urged appointees to remain focused and accountable. The bishop praised the governor's achievement, especially in tackling insecurity, and encouraged him to continue his good work. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has reshuffled his cabinet, effecting immediate changes across key ministries. According to a letter signed by his Chief of Staff, Otumba Segun, Barrister Segun Oshemu has been moved from the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources to the Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources, while Honorable Abdul Mojid now head the Ministry of Public Works, Infrastructure and Transport. Professor Dahoud Shagodenihi has been redeployed to Energy and Mineral Resources. In addition, Professor Sholihu Adelobu will now lead the Ministries of Establishment and Training, with Honorable Segun Olayewole taking over Education, Science and Technology. Governor Makinde urged the commissioners to serve with continued loyalty and dedication. Governor Amadu Umar Fintiri of Adamawa State has sworn in Honorable Peace Samson Audu as chairperson of Fofore local government area following the death of her predecessors Al-Haji Shaibu Babas. At the ceremony in Yola, the governor emphasized his administration's commitment to inclusivity, rejecting religious and tribal bias. He praised Audu's experience in dedications, highlighting her previous roles as acting chairperson. Audu, in a remark, praised transparent leadership and honored Baba's legacy. The appointment was well received by community members who viewed it as a step towards gender inclusion and grassroots development. Lawmakers from Jigawa State have declared their support for the re-election of President Bola Tinubu and Governor Umar Namadi in 2027, praising their leadership and development initiatives. Speaking at a citizen forum in Guri, Senator Ahmed Abdul Hamid Malam also announced a federal plan to establish an anti-riot police unit and construct 20 blocks of police barracks in the area to enhance security and curb recurring farm herders clashes. The Cross River State Government has announced plans to review safety measures at Obudu Range Resort following a fatal crash near Ikwete community on Saturday. The accident, involving a vehicle carrying 13 passengers, resulted in 4 deaths and 9 injuries. Preliminary reports suggest brake failure may have contributed to the incident. The victims, seminarians from the Enugu Catholic Diocese, were traveling after a tour of the range. Governor Bassey Otu expressed condolences and confirmed that the government is offering support to the victims' family while urging visitors to prioritize safety. That's all for this edition on News Hour. Some TV is a 24-hour TV station. We are live every day. You can follow us on Facebook at Some TV and on YouTube at Some TV Live. I am Esther Oka Steven. Thanks for watching.